everyone, this is going to be the tarot focus for Cancer for the month of September 2024. This can apply if you're a Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, as well as North Node in Cancer. So do be sure to check out the other signs in case this reading does not resonate. Also do keep in mind this is a general reading, so not all the messages may resonate. Take whatever applies and leave out the rest. And also, if you'd like to book a reading with me, you can definitely drop me a message on Facebook or email. The link's in the description box and I'll get back to you soon. You can reach out to me then. So Cancer, let's get started with your reading. The first card I'm getting is the Hanged Man in reverse. The next one is the Fool in the upright position. Then we have the Magician card in reverse. We have the Empress card in reverse. And we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, so Cancer, I feel like this month you're ready to take some kind of risk, because right off the bat, I'm seeing the Fool card. And that is this energy of jumping off the cliff, throwing caution to the wind, ready to take risks. Doesn't matter if you rise or fall, you're just ready to do that, which is very different from your regular energy, Cancer, because you like safety, you like security, you have that proverbial shell, right? So you like to stay in your comfort zone until you assess the risks and know that it's safe for you out there. You don't really go ahead and take too much of a risk. So you like things to be secure. Security is very big for you. So for the Fool to show up in your reading in the month of September, it's actually a really good breakthrough. I would say sometimes you do need to go outside your comfort zone. Sometimes you do need to try something new and take the plunge and just say whatever, if it works out great. If it doesn't, that's fine too. At least you give it a shot, right? And I feel like that has happened because of this Hanged Man. Now the Hanged Man is coming up in the reverse position. So this is not your current energy. This is something in the recent past which you went through, where you had to look at something from a different perspective. That maybe you realized that you were stuck in a rut because you were thinking about something from the same old way of thinking, and you may have realized that you need to change your perspective a little bit, and you may have done that. You may have looked at a situation from a different angle and realized that maybe, it's okay to take a risk this time. It's not so life or death, because sometimes taking a risk can be such a big deal for you, Cancer. Like it can literally be like a life and death situation for you. It may seem that way. So I feel like you've done that, and this month you're ready to take a risk. The Magician is coming up, the Empress is coming up, the Queen of Wands is coming up. All three are in reverse position. So I feel like this is not your current energy, Cancer. This is something in the recent past, where I feel like you felt like your energy was blocked. You felt like you weren't able to move forward, or you may have felt like you weren't feeling very confident in yourself, or you may have felt like things weren't really showing up, like whatever you wanted out of life, it wasn't really showing up for you, or things weren't really going in your favor. And I feel like you were just trying to make a lot of things happen, because the Empress card in the upright position is about just being relaxed, being laid back. It's Venus energy. It's the card of Taurus, so it's about being relaxed, laid back. It's about being passive in your feminine energy, letting things come to you rather than going out there and trying to make something happen, And the Empress is coming up in the reverse position. So I feel like in the past you may have felt like things weren't really coming to you. Like you may have felt like you always have to go out there and make something happen, which kind of makes sense for you, Cancer, because you are a cardinal sign. Your card is the Chariot, so it's all about going out there and initiating things. It's not about sitting back and letting things come to you. That's not your energy. That's not your basic energy. So for you to be in that Empress mode is kind of difficult for you sometimes. And you may have felt like things weren't really looking up for you. Even the Queen of Wands, right? The Queen of Wands is fiery energy. It's the card of having, confidence in yourself, being assured in yourself, knowing your own abilities, knowing that what you want is going to come to you no matter what. It's also about maintaining your mystery a little bit. And it's also about balancing your masculine, feminine energy. And this is coming up in the reverse, so which tells me that maybe in the past you felt your confidence wasn't up to the mark, or you may have felt like because things weren't showing up for you the way you wanted it to, you may have felt a little bit insecure, or it's almost doubting your own abilities. That's what I would describe it as, like self-limiting talk, or or doubting your own abilities and wondering when things are going to show up. That's the whole thing. When you start wondering, then that's when you're questioning yourself. And also the Magician in reverse, right? Magician is about manifestation. And in the upright position, the magician has all the tools they need to manifest. They have the cups, they have the pentacles, they have the swords, they have the wands. Basically, if they want to, they can manifest with whatever they have, but then they have that self-limiting belief like they need more, or they don't have the tools at their disposal. So maybe that was your thinking in the past, because the magician is showing up in the reverse position. So this is not your current energy, Cancer. But I do feel like in the past you may have felt that way. You may have felt that you weren't able to utilize what you have. You may have felt like you didn't have the tools or resources at your disposal to kind of get what you want out of life. But that's not true, because if you look around you, you will always see that you do have what you need. If you just look around a little bit more, you will find that you can definitely be resourceful. That's again taking a page from your opposite sign, like your sister sign Capricorn, which is about being resourceful, right? Which is about using what you have, and you will soon realize that you have everything at your disposal. You don't really need anything external. So I feel like that was in the past. I don't think that's your current energy. What is this Fool card for Cancer? I'm really interested because this is so different from your energy. Yeah, we have the Sun card here as a clarification for the Fool card. And the Sun card is one of the best cards to get in a reading. It's about happiness, it's about sunshine, literally. It's the card of Leo, but it's also about this childlike exuberance. It's about childlike curiosity and happiness and looking at life with a new perspective, a fresh perspective. Something with wonder, something with amusement, which like children do, Children are very curious about the world, and I feel like you're getting into that spirit, that mode here, especially because this is coming up as a clarification for the Fool. This month you're ready to explore something with a new perspective, with a new state of mind, with more curiosity, with more childlike, wide-eyed curiosity, and you're ready to take the plunge. I don't think you're jaded anymore about something. If you were jaded, you're not jaded anymore. You're definitely ready to take the plunge because it's not that serious. That's what you're realizing. It's not that big of a deal. If you fail, you fail. That's okay. You're going to just dust yourself off and come up again. But at the same time, you're not going to remain stuck in this limbo that you were in the recent past. I'm also seeing the Four of Swords coming up in this reading. Now, I will say this, that even though you are ready to take this risk or this plunge, this Fool card that we are seeing, the Four of Swords is still about strategy. It comes right after the Three of Swords in the suite of cards. And so the Four of Swords is very much about strategy. It's about deciding what your next move is going to be. And it's also about keeping your decisions to yourself, not really letting yourself get influenced by outside forces, because that can be a thing, right? You could have close friends or family members who are trying to tell you otherwise or trying to influence your decision. And you're not really letting that happen. I feel like you're in your own zone and you're in this contemplative mood where you just want to figure out what you want to do next. So you're figuring out your next move. So that's the energy that I'm also getting for the month of September. So I feel like it's a mix of energies in the month of September. On one hand, yes, you should be curious. You should try something new. You should take a risk, and you can apply that to any situation. This could be a romantic relationship. Maybe this is a kind of person who is just not your type, or this is somebody who is doesn't seem like someone you would consider relationship material, but you still want to take the plunge. You still want to see where it goes. So that could be one way to apply it. Or this could be a job where maybe this is a job that you wouldn't really consider, but this is something interesting, something different. So maybe you want to give it a try. So you can apply the Fool card to any situation. But I will say this, because the Four of Swords is also coming up in this reading, this is also about still being cautious. It's not about being completely without strategy, because the Four of Swords is about strategy, like I said. So even though you're still taking the plunge, you're still ready to take a risk. It's a calculated risk is how I would describe it, Cancer. And that's, I think, what works best for you, because you are open to taking risks sometimes, but you like calculated risks. You like to know what you're getting into. And I feel like that's what you're doing in the month of September. You're not just going out there with a completely blank slate and with absolutely no clue on what you're doing. You definitely have strategized and figured out what you want to do next. And based on that, you're ready to take this risk. What is the overall message for Cancer? So we have the Four of Cups in reverse. So in the upright position, the Four of Cups is about not settling, not not accommodating anything that doesn't really apply to your vision or your larger goals in life. Now, because this is coming up in the reverse position, I feel like this month you're less dismissive about any opportunities coming your way. I feel like that kind of opens up new doors for you, because sometimes what happens is we may think that an opportunity is not that great and we may dismiss it, but in the process we may have closed out a much bigger reward. So I think it's important to sometimes be a little bit more open minded and see that, sometimes even though it doesn't seem like a really big deal, it could actually open the doors to something much better. So that's what I have for you, Cancer, for the month of September. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Your likes help my videos stay relevant in the YouTube algorithm, and it also motivates me to deliver more content for you, my lovely subscribers. If you'd like to book a reading, drop me a message on Facebook or email. The links are in the description box, and I'll get back to you soon. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.